Stromboli, the lighthouse of the Mediterranean in the Aeolian Islands. For a long time, the striking and bright explosions that occur at night on Stromboli have drawn visitors to this island, which is known as the lighthouse of the Mediterranean in the northeastern Aeolian Islands. Throughout much of history, these eruptions have been characterized by frequent, relatively mild explosive activity, which has given rise to the term Strombolian. The island itself is the peak of a volcano that developed in two major phases of eruptions. The most recent phase, known as Neo-Stromboli, occurred between 13,000 and 5,000 years ago and was responsible for forming the western part of the island. The active vents on the summit are located at the top of the Sierra del Fuego, a prominent cliff that formed around 5,000 years ago due to a series of slope failures and that extends beneath the sea level. The modern volcano has been built up within this cliff, which channels lava flows and pyroclastic material toward the northwest. For over 1,000 years, there have been nearly continuous mild Strombolian explosions, which occasionally accompany lava flows. This volcano is situated in the Aeolian Islands, which are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Stromboli has a long history of nearly continuous mild explosive activity, which has been ongoing for more than a millennium. Here is a summary of the eruptive history of Stromboli, including the latest information from the Smithsonian Institution's Global Volcanism Program. 6500 BCE, the earliest known eruption at Stromboli occurred, which formed the island. 3000 to 2500 BCE, a phase of major explosive activity occurred, which created a caldera and deposits of pumice and ash. 750 BCE, the first written record of an eruption was made by Greek historian Thucydides. 1930 to 1931, a period of intense explosive activity occurred, which resulted in the death of several people and the destruction of buildings. 2002 to 2003, a series of powerful eruptions occurred, which generated lava flows and ash plumes that reached heights of several kilometers. 2007 to 2008, a similar episode of explosive activity occurred, resulting in the temporary closure of the island to visitors. 2019 to 2021, a phase of increased activity began in July 2019, with frequent Strombolian explosions and occasional lava flows. This activity continued throughout 2020 and into 2021. Population. The population of Stromboli is estimated to be around 500 people. The population of the island is relatively small and has remained stable over the years. Most of the residents are concentrated in the main settlement of San Vincenzo, which is located on the northeast side of the island. The population of Stromboli is predominantly Italian, although there is also a small community of expatriates from other countries who have chosen to make the island their home. The population of the island fluctuates seasonally due to tourism, with many people arriving during the summer months to work in the tourism industry or visit the island as tourists. Local economy. The economy of Stromboli is driven primarily by tourism. The island's unique natural beauty, including its active volcano, draws visitors from around the world. Tourism-related activities, such as hotels, restaurants, and guided tours, are the main source of income for the local population. The island also has a small fishing industry, but this is largely a subsistence activity rather than a significant economic driver. Agriculture and livestock farming are also present on the island, but these activities are limited by the rugged terrain and volcanic soils. Additionally, some residents engage in artisanal crafts, such as weaving and pottery, which are sold to tourists as souvenirs. Overall, the economy of Stromboli is heavily dependent on the tourism industry and the natural resources that the island provides. Earthquake risks. Stromboli is located in an area of high seismic activity, as it is situated near the boundary between the African and Eurasian tectonic plates. The island experiences regular seismic activity, including earthquakes and tremors, which are related to the movement of these plates. The seismic activity can sometimes trigger small landslides or rockfalls on the slopes of the volcano. In addition to the natural seismic activity, there have been some earthquakes in the vicinity of Stromboli that were triggered by human activities, such as the injection of fluids into the ground during geothermal energy exploration. These induced earthquakes have been relatively small and localized, and there is currently no evidence to suggest that they pose a significant risk to the stability of the volcano, or the safety of residents and visitors on the island. Overall, the seismic activity at Stromboli is closely monitored by local authorities and scientific institutions, in order to assess any potential risks and provide early warning in the event of a significant earthquake or volcanic eruption. In conclusion, Stromboli is an active volcano with a long history of nearly continuous mild explosive activity, which has been ongoing for more than a millennium. The volcano is closely monitored by local authorities and scientific institutions due to the potential risks associated with volcanic activity, including the possibility of pyroclastic flows, landslides, and lava flows. Pyroclastic flows, which are fast-moving currents of hot gas, ash, and rock that can travel down the slopes of the volcano at high speeds, are a particular concern. These flows can be triggered by explosive volcanic eruptions or the collapse of unstable material on the volcano's slopes, and they can cause significant damage to infrastructure and pose a serious threat to human life. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, like and hit the notification bell to always be kept updated of our latest streams.